Hey everybody, and welcome back to Poetic Philosophy. There's not going to be any regular show this week. Instead, I wrote a Thanksgiving story with the help of Grok, and this is probably my first, I think, successful story because I think it came out good. I hope you enjoy it too. And it's entitled A Martian Thanksgiving, and I hope you like it. A Martian Thanksgiving by Robert G. Parent. Robert the Bard sits with his students beneath the copper glass sky of New Plymouth Dome, Mars, on the 147th Thanksgiving since the landing. He tells his students about the story of how they came here to Mars. It was many years ago on the home planet of Earth. A single paper turkey, hand-cut from a ration carton and colored with prickly pear juice, flutters across the cracked tarmac of old Austin Starport. It catches on the scarred boot of Joseph, leader of the way, and for one heartbeat the red dust looks like blood. He stares at it and wonders, not for the first time, whether he is leading 3,000 souls to salvation or their graves. On the day of the takeoff, Joseph stands alone on the observation deck of the half-finished Discovery, dawn bleeding rust over a Texas that no longer belongs to dreamers. 45 years have etched canyons around his eyes. His long leather coat hangs like the hide of some ancient creature that has forgotten how to die. He is whispering the same question he has asked every morning for a year. Can I really get them all to Mars? Below, 3,000 refugees of the way wait in orderly, praying clusters. Children chase dust devils. Mothers nurse babies beneath threadbare blankets. They are the last free people on an Earth ruled by unity, the single planetary authority that promises harmony through absolute stillness. Nothing new is permitted unless unity dreams it first. At the foot of the ship strides Leon, master engineer for unity. 49, tall, dressed in a coat woven from smart fabric that ripples like living night sky. He could stay on Earth, sign the next contract, drown in credits and comfort, yet here he is, risking everything for people whose God speaks to them in ways unity calls a dangerous hallucination. The Discovery towers above them, 27 decks of impossible grace, a silver needle meant to stitch humanity to a new world. Leon built her with unity money, telling them she was for peaceful exploration. He never mentioned the hidden decks filled with soil, seed, and sculpture. Unity notices everything eventually. A soft chime rings in every implant across Texas, a voice as warm and final as a coffin lid. Engineer Leon, explain the unauthorized passenger manifest. The sky darkens, not clouds, orbital mirrors tilting, focusing sunlight into a tightening noose of heat. Joseph's doubt rises like bile. He grips the railing until his knuckles bleach. I can't do this. 3,000 lives, one ship, one chance. Leon looks up, meets his eyes, and makes his own choice without a word. He keys the ramp. It lowers like a drawbridge. The one within speaks for the first time to Leon. Bored, son of imagination. Your credits buy chains. This voyage buys tomorrow. Every outer hatch on Discovery sighs open at once as the ship herself inhales. Space for 3,000 appears where mathematics said only 2,000 could fit. They load in a living tide of hope. Children are passed overhead like precious torches. Elders are carried on improvised stretches. Paper turkeys multiply, every child determined no one be left without one. But the journey itself, all the way to Mars, through the asteroid belt to the unknown planet, if they knew what was to come, would they still go? To have a chance for new freedom to worship how they want, or no freedom at all, like the ancient world once was? Yes, of course they'd go. Unity does not chase with warships. Unity simply turns the sky into a fist. Stratospheric generators create crushing gravity waves. The ramp buckles. An old woman's heart stops mid-prayer. Joseph carries a sobbing girl whose mother did not make the cutoff. The child's paper turkey is soaked with tears. Leon reroutes power from the light support gardens. Even the lights. Corridors go dim and red. Still the pressure builds. Joseph stands at the closing ramp, staring at the 1,000 left behind. He whispers, "I failed them." Leon, hearing the one within clearly now, slams an override he did not know existed. The gravity fist vanishes. The discovery rises on white fire while the abandoned lift their faces in silent blessing. They escaped Earth, but the cost is carved in Joseph's bones. 210 days of fire and silence. Day 9, Earth becomes a blue memory. Day 43, the asteroid belt. Cathedral-sized rocks drift like judgment. The one within guides the ship in impossible vectors, but Deck 17 still rips open. 3 souls and a child's shoe spin away into forever. Joseph officiates the funeral in a corridor lit only by emergency red. Voice cracking. I brought them to die in vacuum. Joseph locks himself in the chapel deck. He kneels among sprouting wheat and confesses aloud, I am not Moses. I am not Noah. I am only a man who got people killed. But Leon finds him there. You built the ark, Joseph mutters. I only filled it with guilt. Leon answers, I built a machine. You gave it a soul. That's why I left the credits behind. Then a solar flare, a radiation storm. Half the garden dies. Water recyclers fail. Children grow thin. Joseph's doubt hardens into certainty. They will all die before Mars. Day 210. Mars rises like a rusted shield. On Mars they burn the fusion core to awaken the empty dome. The Discovery dies so the colony can breathe. Shuttles fall like seeds. First boots sink into red sand. Joseph steps out expecting silence and death. Instead, the ground trembles. Shadows rise. 15-foot Aryan, skin like wind sculptured cannons, eyes full of ancient stars. They speak inside every mind and heart. We too hear the one within. We have waited for cousins who bring paper birds and laughter. The Aryan teach them to sing water from ice, to coax breath from stone, to weave domes from living lichen. In 40 days, New Plymouth rises. Yet Joseph still carries the faces of the 1,000 left behind. The first Martian year turns. Thanksgiving Eve, long tables of basalt and steel beneath a sky no filter has ever touched, roasted lichen, real bread from Texas gold wheat, Aryan spiced pumpkin, children, human and Aryan, trade paper turkeys like sacred treaties. Joseph stands. His coat is patched with Aryan, weave the color of sunrise on Velez Marianas. He raises a cup of water older than continents. I doubt it, he says, voice steady for the first time in 2 worlds. I thought leadership meant carrying every soul on my back. I was wrong. He looks at Leon, once Unity's prized engineer, now barefoot in red dust, talking to Aryan teens about rocket design to repair the Discovery in orbit. He looks at the 1,000 empty chairs placed at the table's end, for those left behind, for those yet to come. Leadership, Joseph declares, is trusting the one within to make the table longer than any one man can build. The one within never needed Joseph to be perfect, only willing. The Aryan drums begin. Slow heartbeat of a new world. Humans join with spoons on cups. Laughter rises like warm bread. A paper turkey braid with prickly pear dye flutters across the feast. This time it lands on Joseph's outstretched hand. He smiles without doubt and pins it to the coat that has finally become a banner instead of a shroud. Somewhere in the night wind, the one within whispers across the solar system. The 1,000 left behind lift their faces to the stars, and the second wave begins. Free. Epilogue. Far away on a darkened earth, a little girl unfolds a smuggled paper turkey and hears for the first time a voice gentle as distinct thunder wrapped in velvet. I will not leave my own. The next ships are already being built. Thank you for listening to this story of a Martian Thanksgiving, and I hope you all have an awesome Thanksgiving Day. Thank you for listening to this show. If you'd like to support me with a coffee or even gas for the gas tank, you can purchase my book, A Soul's Journey, at payhip.com/poetry by Robert Parent. Or for inspiration, you can check out my X feed at Podcast Bard. Or you can check out My New Hampshire on my YouTube channel at Podcast Bard. Thank you for listening, and stay creative in the magic of life.
Powered by Cast Blaster.